Scarlet and Violet 151 or Paradox Rift? Which product has the better pools and which one is right for you? Hey everyone, Bruce from What's Popping here and welcome back to the channel. Before we start off with today's video, a massive shout out and thank you to our friends over at Solopop for sponsoring not only this video but our entire Pokemon series right here on the channel. Now in today's video we're going to be doing an ETB battle between Paradox Rift and Scarlet and Violet 151, two of the most anticipated sets of the year. Now as always with all ETBs out there, you get a lot of really cool extra goodies, a lot of cool essentials to help you start playing the game straight away. We have our dice, we have our damage counters, we have our poison and burn markers, you have your deck dividers, you have a ton of energy, and of course we have our card sleeves. So enough there to get you to start playing, and then things start getting a little bit different with the fact that Paradox Rift has two different ETBs that have different card sleeves, different deck dividers, different promos. The fact that when you open up a Paradox Rift ETB, you can buy either the Roaring Moon, which comes with a Screamtail promo, Roaring Moon sleeves, Roaring Moon deck dividers, or an Iron Valiant that comes with an Iron Bundle card as the promo, as well as your Iron Valiant sleeves and your Iron Valiant deck dividers. Already gives you some choice for Paradox Rift, so that in itself may give Paradox Rift a little bit of an edge over Scarlet and Violet 151. However, 151 of course coming with all of the classic Gen 1 Pokemon and that awesome Snorlax promo. So I think the only way to decide this battle is going to be to get into it, rip open these ETBs and see what our pools are like and decide the winner that way. Alright, so without any further ado, let's get into cracking open these 9 packs and decide who the winner of this ETB battle is going to be. It's all going to come down to the packs at the end of the day. So 9 packs in each of these ETBs. Let's see how we go and let's see if we can be lucky. We have a Coughing to start off, followed by Psyduck, Ekans, Cubone. I'm absolutely loving the art on these cards. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I think that Pokemon 151 have absolutely nailed the nostalgia factor. Look at that. Reverse Holo Onyx. That is awesome. Reverse Holo Armonite. And in the rare slot of our first pack is a Mew EX. Okay guys, we've got the Mew Illustration Rare. This is an absolutely beautiful card. One of the top hits in my opinion for the set. He is absolutely gorgeous. Look at that Mew. There is of course the gold version as well and that awesome metallic version, that full metal card that you do get in the ultra premium collection of course. But in our first pack, the Mew EX full art. That is a pretty damn good start after we haven't had the best of luck with our ETBs of late. Personally, I think that 151, if you're going to compare these two ETBs, 151 has got the nostalgia factor. It's going to be the collector's dream, right? That is the whole point of the set. It is for those collectors, for those kids from the 90s who love Gen 1 Pokemon, starting with the Charmander, the new pack, Spearow there, Rhyhorn. That is a great pull. So really bringing us back to our childhood, back to that original love for Pokemon. I don't know in this set if there is a ton for the competitive players to get too excited about. Some players really liking Mew, Articuno Reverse Holo, that is beautiful, and an Electrode Holo to finish up the pack. Oh, and we have of course the Holo Energy. So I'm actually building a page of Holo Energies in my binder as well, which is a nice little extra there for me in that Pokemon 151 binder. You can check out my video reviewing that product as well. I will leave a link for that in the description down below, and probably a little card will pop up on your screen as well. Yeah, this is a set that is definitely there for those original collectors, the people who just love the original 151 Pokemon and want to build up their master set with a beautiful Eevee there. Pidgeot's looking good. Armonite, some really different pulls in here. Tauros, I've been opening a couple of packs and getting very similar cards over and over again. So nice to see some different cards coming out compared to some of the other products like the booster bundles that I have been buying. And to finish off with the Beedrill Holo, looking good. Basic energy, and there is our code card. Paradox Rift definitely has the upper hand in terms of giving players something new to go ahead and play with and some new deck combos to try out. I'm still playing my Chen Power deck and I'm currently struggling against a lot of the Gimmighoul decks. I think those are really strong and really tough to come up against in a lot of scenarios. So looking for some ways to combat those decks for sure. I think the Toad School combo might be one way to do that, is you get a Raticate Reverse Holo, we get a Starmie Reverse Holo, and a Mr. Mime Holo. So filling out the binder quite nicely so far. If you guys do want to see a full binder collection and let me sort of show you how many packs I've opened to get to where I am in my binder journey, let me know in the comments down below. I will show off my binder to you guys and we can chat about what the best way to go ahead and complete that binder might be in terms of, you know, how many products should you buy maybe before you go and start trading for specific cards. Ooh, Kadabra, of course, everyone going mad about Kadabra. It's been ages since we've had a Kadabra card, so that is beautiful. Ivysaur, Slowbro, Rhyhorn reverse, and an Ammonite illustration rare. That is a beautiful looking card. Oh, absolutely love the art in these. We've got some Kabutos in the back there. We've got some Omastars as well, and a Jolteon to finish off with a Water Energy Holo. And there's your code card there for anybody out there as well. A lot of influencers out there have been saying that pull rates in the ETBs are best. From, I mean, a very small sample size so far, I would say that you'd be hard pressed to find pull rates much better than this in pretty much any Pokemon set. So far so good. As you pull into Electabuzz, Giovanni's Charisma were definitely one of the playable cards in the set. Rhydon, Rigid Band, Electrode reverse, Slowbro reverse, and a Blastoise EX. Look at that, guys. That is 3 awesome hits, and we aren't even finished with the first ETB yet. There's our code card. We're going to slip this bad boy straight into a protective sleeve. This is a set for the collectors. I've said it before, I'll say it again. This is one for all the original fans to get excited about. All the guys like me that are now into our 20s, into our 30s, and we couldn't afford Pokemon cards when we were kids, and let's face it, they were pretty darn expensive. And now we're all grown up, we got a bit of spending money, so we can go out there and finally buy those Pokemon, collect the original 151 that we wanted to collect when we were kids, as we go into a Gengar in the rare slot for that pack. 2 packs left to go in the ETB, 3 hits so far. Can we get something else? That would be pretty crazy, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think anything more than 3 hits and you are sort of being a little bit greedy maybe, but you know what, why not be greedy when opening Pokemon cards? It's all part of the fun. Anyways, Lapras reverse holo, Giovanni's Charisma reverse holo, and a Wheezing holographic. I was actually watching one of the Aussie YouTubers, Unlisted Leaf, and he had opened over a couple hundred packs of Pokemon 151 and had still not pulled a Wheezing, so not too bad to pull a Wheezing there at the end. So let's see, last pack magic for this ETB. Let's see if it can pull well ahead and truly of whatever we can pull from Paradox Rift. So as we go to a Doduo, that is an interesting card. I've seen Doduo, Dodrio being a quite an interesting combination people are starting to play in their decks. So, you know, there's not that there's no competitive cards in 151. I just think that they are far fewer and far between compared to Paradox Rift. As we go into our final card is a Starmie Holo with a normal basic energy. So 3 pulls there, 1 art rare, 1 normal EX, and 1 full art. So not too shabby at all. I think we've done incredibly well. In terms of an ETB, 9 packs, 3 hits, guaranteed holo for everything else, and some awesome reverse holos. Not too shabby. Paradox Rift has got its work cut out for it if it wants to compete with this ETB. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Paradox Rift, let's get into the ETB and see if it lives up to the hype. Look at that awesome pack art. I mean, that is pretty damn cool. I think Iron Valiant is an awesome Pokemon. I do like the fact that there are 2 different ETBs, of course. We can get either the Iron Valiant or the Roaring Moon. So let's have a look and let's go through. Let's see if this one maybe pulls one of those awesome Iron Valiant cards. I did the other day. Earthen Vessel, sorry, Distracted. Card I'm seeing being played one heck of a lot. Definitely very playable. You want to keep that out of your bulk and consider popping that into your deck. Steenie, Professor Sada's Vitality, so getting off to a pretty strong start, and a Swablu illustration rare in the first pack. We're having some hectic first pack magic from both of these ETBs. Look at them. Paradox Rift coming up strong out of the gates with that beautiful artwork. Look at that Swablu hiding there amongst all of the Wingulls. Absolutely love that. That is just, you know, I'm a sucker for the artwork on these cards. I love cards that have amazing artwork. It's, you know, as much as I love competitive cards, for me, if you can put together a card like this that tells a bit of a story and it's just so damn cute and fun, that's going to be a winner for me each and every time. So a Swablu illustration rare to get us off and going, followed by a Brute Bonnet in the holo slot. A lot to give deck builders and players something to think about. I think we might see a bit of a shift coming up in the meta as a result of Paradox Rift, a rift, if you will. But yeah, some great cards. Just in that first pack, we have Professor Sada's Vitality and Earthen Vessel, which I've seen coming up a lot in competitive play. So definitely a lot for players to think about, a lot of new cards to get excited about, a lot of new playable cards to look at, and some Pokemon being featured that maybe haven't got the love that they've got in the past. So really, really exciting as a set. I mean, if you haven't been playing Pokemon video games, you really wouldn't know much about Pokemon like Roaring Moon. So it's nice to see them getting a bit of love as we go into a Milotic for the end of our second pack. I haven't seen too much about the pull rates in these ETBs. I did see, I think it was Unlisted Leaf as well, opened up a couple of these ETBs, and he got 1 ETB with 3 hits in it, and another one where he literally got, I think, 1 EX, and that was it out of all 9 packs. So hopefully that's not the case for us. We've really got off to a strong start with a Swablu reverse holo, definitely pulling the Swablus at this stage. A Gimmighoul reverse holo, so getting that Gimmighoul deck started, maybe looking at building one of those. And a Skeledirge EX, so we've already beaten Unlisted Leaf with the shocker of a ETB that he had with two hits in 3 packs so far. I do love the new starters. I think that they're really, really cool. For Coco, Quaxly, and Sprigatito are 3 really awesome Pokemon with really great evolution lines and definitely playable cards as well. I'm actually going to be having a look at the new Meowscarada EX deck. I think there's definitely some cool playability there, and it's definitely a fun deck to maybe take to a casual play or something like that. Definitely a fun deck to play. You play that in combination with something like a Radiant Alakazam. With that Meowscarada EX, you can start doing some damage, spreading that damage around, and wreaking havoc on the battlefield. So we have a Garganacl reverse holo and a Morpeko holo. I'm not going to lie to you, when I first heard about this set, I wasn't that excited about it. I think possibly because of the Pokemon that they chose as the mascots, but as time's gone on and as the sets approached, they've kind of grown on me, and I'm a lot more excited about them now. Dondozo, really, really cool card. Definitely one to think about playing, a bit of a tricky one to play around, but worthwhile if you can get it running. Shauna, Garbodor, Gimmighoul reverse holo, so we are pulling those Gimmighouls to get that Gimmighoul deck up and running. Oh, I see something at the back there. Let's see, there's Surskit and an Armarouge EX. Look at that. So 3 hits out of, what is that, 5 packs? Not too shabby at all. Like I said, when the set was initially announced, I wasn't that excited about it. I was far more excited for Obsidian Flames because, you know, obviously Charizard, who doesn't love a good Charizard themed product, which of course Pokemon just come out with. Some may say way too often, but I don't think so. I think that there's a good amount of Charizard products out there. And then of course the hype for 151 being so high. That was where my focus kind of was, but this one snuck up on me. I'm not going to lie, I'm actually really enjoying Paradox Rift, particularly as I start playing against a lot of these decks and seeing what some of these new cards can do. So far so good with the pulls. And look at that! Oh my word, one of the top hits from the set, Professor Tiro Scenario. That is an awesome looking card, playing into that future or ancient dynamic. This is going to be great if you have a Pokemon on the verge of defeat, particularly a 2 or 3 prizer if you're using a VMAX still, that you're going to want to get back into your hand, get rid of all that damage on it, and get rid of all of those effects as well. So really useful. Also useful if you're playing a card like Luminion, where you want to have it in your hand so that you can play it again and use its effect as it hits the bench. Looking awesome, going straight into a sleeve, and with that, we haven't finished ETB yet, and Paradox Rift has slid into the lead in terms of hits so far. So it's going to be a close one, guys. We're going to have to share our thoughts once we've gone through all of these packs. Oh, Espathra to finish. Definitely going to have to take a moment at the end of this to discuss which ETB is going to be best, depending on what your sort of needs are. I think that's what the channel's been all about, is discussing these new Pokemon products as they come thick and fast, and trying to identify what is the best product for you based on where you are in your Pokemon journey, and where you are in your collecting journey, and sort of see what is going to be the best product, because they do come thick and fast, and they can really sneak up on you like this Paradox Rift set did do to me. Wugtrio reverse holo and a Golisopod holo energy, and our code card. I do like the holo energies in 151. I must say, I think that's something that's really cool, and it keeps them a little bit more special and adds a little bit, you know, a little bit extra flair to that set. Makes you want to have maybe something like an energy page in your binder. So second last pack, let's go here. Dwebble, Whismur, Snorlax doll. Love this card. I think it's adorable. Also really cool dynamic to use on your first turn there. Tinkaton, Durant, Porygon reverse, Snorlax doll reverse. There's 2 Snorlax dolls in one pack, and a Latios. So we have a Latios holo and a water energy. Last pack. Can we get some last pack magic? We are definitely being greedy if we're hoping for something big to come out of this pack, but you never know. It may just be that one pack that puts Paradox Rift ETBs well, truly, further and forevermore far ahead of Pokemon 151. So let's have a look and see if we can have a hit in our last pack. We have a Tinkating, Tandemaus, Dwebble, into a Whismur, a Ferrothorn, a Cursed Duster, do enjoy that, Orbeetle, Snorunt reverse holo, Screamtail reverse holo. That is an awesome looking card, of course, to go with the promo that did come in this box. We're going to chat promos as well, because I think that could be a defining factor, not only in terms of which ETB is superior, but also which ETB you're going to buy if you're only buying one for Paradox Rift. And our final pull from Paradox Rift, the ETB, is none other than a Garganacl holo. There's our code card. Let's chat about these boxes. pretty amazing pulls from both of the ETBs. I really can't complain about the amazing pulls that we had. And ultimately deciding which box is going to be best for you is all going to come down to what type of collector / player you are. I think Paradox Rift, as I said in the video several times, is going to be the one that has the most competitive cards, the best chance of getting you into playing the game competitively and setting up some brand new exciting decks with some awesome combinations. So if you're a new player or a player that's been around for a while and you want to get into a brand new set that has a lot of possibilities and unique options for building out your deck, moving forward with the new ancient / future game mechanics, that's going to be the box that you're definitely going to want to dive in. And then ultimately choosing between Roaring Moon or Iron Valiant is going to depend on what kind of sleeves you like and what kind of promo you're going to get. The Screamtail promo is a beautiful promo. I think I prefer it over the Iron Bundle. I know a lot of people love Iron Bundle, but just personally, I absolutely love the Screamtail card. Now, 151 on the other hand, as you saw, my promo came a bit dented. It just, I guess, happened in the box. These things happen from time to time. Did manage to press it down and salvage that Snorlax quite a bit, because Snorlax is one of my favorite Pokemon and a huge reason why I was excited to get the 151 ETB. Now, in terms of the 151 set, there's not as much there for the players. There are a couple of cards that you do see making it into competitive play. Mainly that Mew EX. I see people using it to retreat because of the free retreat cost quite a bit. So it's a nice Pokemon to sort of pop into the active after you've had a knockout and prevent any more damage being done while you regroup during your next turn. And then you can retreat it and pretty much stage an attack straight away. I see people using the Grabber quite often, so that is one that I'm seeing coming out quite a bit, and really helping to disrupt your opponent's hand in a way that you can fully control, which is really cool. But ultimately, this one for me is for the collectors. So at the end of the day, I'm going to sum it up to say that if you are a competitive player, go with Paradox Rift. If you're just here for the fun, you're just here for the fun cards, the promos, maybe a set that might hold a bit more value over the long term, 151 is going to be the set for you. But anyways, guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing all of you guys next time.